All right, well, we're heading into the home stretch, and boy, is it going to be a fun one. It is my pleasure to introduce today's plenary, Michael Karl. Michael Karl is a professional mentalist and communications expert. He is known as a master of influence and persuasion, which stems from over 20 years as a professional mentalist. Michael has transformed leadership roles and loyalty within companies such as NBC Universal, PayPal, Indeed, and Toyota. Michael teaches the power of influence, body language, and persuasion in our everyday lives and interactions. He has coached former Miss America contestants on interviewing skills and even passed a polygraph administered by the Secret Service. His captivating talents have been featured on the hit show Penn and Teller, Fool Us, demonstrating the power of influence and subliminal messages. Please give a warm welcome to Michael Karl.
All right, thank you. Thank you guys so much. I haven't done anything yet, but I do appreciate the applause. Do appreciate it. So my name is Michael Karl. My background is as a mentalist. Now, just to get a feel for the room and how you guys are, how many people know what a mentalist is? Show of hands. A handful of you? Okay, cool. How many have seen the show The Mentalist? The same people and a few more. Great, okay. Let's make it a little broader here. How many people know what a magician is? Okay, cool. All right, we're here, we're at it. So if you look at magic, like a pie chart, a circle chart of magic, there's different pieces to that pie. So one of those pieces may be a close-up magician, a card magician, maybe like a David Blaine, right? Someone who does something right in front of your face. Another piece of that pie would be what you call an illusionist. An illusionist, a little bit different. Big stage illusions, maybe like a David Copperfield, right? When you cut someone in half, it makes the Statue of Liberty disappear. I get confused with hypnotists. We're not making people act like chickens, ducks, that's not what I do. I also get confused with psychics. Now, we're not talking to dead people or doing any seances. But what I do as a mentalist, it's under that umbrella, is I read body language, facial expressions, and I influence others to make decisions. Now, we're going to have some fun, and hopefully you have some takeaways for you guys before you guys head out. But the best way for me to show you what I do is to get right into it and do just that. So can I have everyone please stand up for me? We're going to get right into some fun stuff. All right, now what I want you all to do is reach into your pocket, out of your handbag, off the table, find a small object. So a ring, you can ring off your finger, a coin would be ideal, crumpled up piece of paper, napkin, anything you could hide and conceal in one hand. In a second, we're gonna play that game we've all played one time or another, probably as kids. Which hand is it in, okay? But just so I know that you have some kind of an object, hold it between your fingers like this, but behind your back. Just hold it between your fingers, but behind your back, so I know you guys are ready. Perfect. Now in a second, I'm gonna have you all come out with both hands just like this, hiding the object in one of your hands. But before you do it, don't do it yet. Before you do it, my job is to try to influence you which hand I want you to put the object in. Okay, we'll see how this works, to get a feel for you guys. So it's a 50-50 shot, everybody has two hands, 50-50, right? So you can either put it in the left hand, or you can put it in the right hand. All right, we have two choices now, the left hand or the right hand. One more time, the left or the right. Make up your mind now and come out with both hands, just like this, concealing the object in one of your hands. Perfect. I think the majority of you are ready. Now, it is true, 50-50 shot, everybody has two hands. However, I did say I'm gonna try to influence you which hand to put the object in. This might trigger something in your mind. You might say, I don't really know what a mentalist is, but he's not gonna fool me, I'm gonna get him. You're like way ahead of us, because I'm just getting a feel for the room and how you guys think. But if you were, you might have been paying attention, you might have noticed, probably many of you did, you might have noticed I raised my left hand. I emphasized the word left. Many of you thought I wanted you to put it in your left hand. It's actually the complete opposite. So if you have the object in your right hand, if the object is in your right hand, you guys could sit down, you're out of the game. That's a healthy majority of you guys. Perfect. All right. So for those of you that are still standing, we're going to do another round. But for those of you that are still standing, one of two things just happened. One of two things happened for those that are standing. You either have the object in your left hand, or you're lying to stay in the game. There's always at least one. I probably know who that person is already. But we're going to do another round. So take that object, go back behind your back, go hand to hand, side to side, back and forth. And when you're ready, again, come out with both hands, hiding the object in one of the hands. And just as a mental note, if anyone that is still standing, even if you're sitting, make a mental note. Just scan the room. If these are your friends, colleagues, of anyone that's sitting right now. I mean, those are the ones that are easily influenced. If you need anything, I mean, before you walk out the door, you might say, hey, let me ask Fred for this, or whatever, right? Not that you can't be, but it's possible. All right, so if we, everybody come out with both hands again, hiding the object in your hand, your free choice. Perfect. That time, many of you probably just kept it in the exact same hand as the first round, right? So if you just kept it in the same hand as the first round, you guys can sit down. You're out of the game. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, out of a room of about 400 or so, we have a handful left. So this is pretty good. You guys are the ones that are more likely to call me out, or maybe knowing how this works, not being influenced. So this is going to be fun. I'm going to use a few of you. You guys can stay where you are. You guys can stay where you are. But I will use a few of you. For those of you that are still standing, that you're still in the game, you guys can put your object down. I don't need it. Just stay standing. I might not get to everybody. I want you all to think of a number between 1 and 100. Everybody that's standing, think of a number between 1 and 100. Perfect. Now I want you all to change your mind to a different number. So it's not the first number you thought of, right? It's not the first number. So you should all have a different number in mind. I'm going to grab 5 of you, and we're going to come up with 5 numbers. Sir, what number do you have in mind? You call it out. 76? Perfect. I'm going to write it down here. Everybody can see it. The 2 ladies in the back, I'll ask both of you. Give me 64? That's it, 64? Okay, perfect. All right, 64. I'm going to come to this one over here in the orange and black. What number? 25? Perfect. Come back to this. And your number? 23. And we're looking for one more. What number do you have in mind? 3. Perfect. All right, 3. Now, you guys can all sit down. You guys can all sit down. Perfect. We're going to actually, you know what I'm going to do here? Take this. Perfect. Wait, everybody that gave me a number, can you guys stand up again? Perfect, perfect. So these were your second numbers, correct? You guys all had first numbers you thought of. Let's go back to the drawing board. Now I get a feel for how you think coming off of your first number. So now we're going to do rapid fire. The people that gave me a number first, we'll go this way across the room. What was the first number you thought of? 54? 60. Just 60? 64. Got it. 64. Perfect. Right now so everybody can see at home. The next number you had, the first number? 5? Perfect. 17? 34? And there's one more. Perfect. 58. 64.5. Now, I'm going to add these up. You guys could do this at home as well. I just wrote down something on this board. What I wanted to say to you guys, before I actually add it up or get to this, you guys could stand up. Did you ever hear of the wisdom of crowds? The term wisdom of crowds? Well, wisdom of crowds is, you've probably seen this at a carnival or a fair, something like that, where there's a jar of candies maybe, or jelly beans, something like that, and you have to guess how many jelly beans or candies are in that jar. And what the wisdom of crowds is, if I gave you a way to guess, say it's more than 100, less than 500, or as I gave you guys, a number between 1 and 100. If you guys tried to guess how many were in there, but you knew a range, if I took all the numbers that we had and we added up and we divide that to get the number that's in that jar, you probably would get spot on or really, really close to it. That's how they call the wisdom of crowds. We're going to do something a little bit different here, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to add this up for you guys. You guys could add this up with me if you'd like. We have 64 plus 5 plus 17 plus 34 plus 58. Everybody got 178? If you did play along? Check my work. Okay, check my work. I don't want to be like I'm doing something fishy here. Perfect. So I wrote down something earlier, and wisdom of crowds works a little bit different with what I'm doing with you guys, because I believe that you're the direct reflection of the top 5 people that you spend time with. I'm going to just write this down here before I show you what I have. We have 178, correct? You're the direct reflection of the top 5 people. That's another way to say that is you are the sum of the top 5 people that you spend time with. The numbers that you gave me, 178, right here for you guys. Now, what that means is that if you surround yourself with the right circle of influence, the right team, which many of you do, you could propel yourself forward to do things that you never even thought of or dreamed of. But if you surround yourself with those wrong people, sometimes they hold you back. Sometimes you don't even know it. You're with someone and you always have to help them or do something. They're just not on the same page. And just sometimes it just holds you back from the potential that you can have. Or people that don't believe in you, or maybe you don't believe in them. And it's always great to surround yourself with that right team and that right circle of influence that will propel you forward. Because you're always the sum of the top 5 people that you do spend time with. Now, a lot of people might ask me how I got into this. I will give you a quick story, how I got into mentalism, how this all works, and bring this all together. A quick story here is, when I was 6 years old, I got into magic. Anybody here do magic or did magic as a child? When I was 6, I did magic. How I got into it, most kids get into it one of 2 ways. One, they saw a magician maybe on TV or maybe in a theater or something like that. I got into it the second way. My mother took me to this local store. It's not around anymore, but it was huge at the time. You might have heard of it. It's a huge store. It's called Toys R Us. It's not around anymore, I know. Unfortunately, I think they might have brought it back to, in like, say, Macy's or something like that now. But we got a magic kit, and I had a magic kit. There was 100 tricks in that kit, and you practice them all. My favorite was they gave you that fake thumb, if anybody remembers this, and you hide it in your hand, you shove a handkerchief in there, you shove your thumb in there, and ta-da, you have this giant man thumb as a 6-year-old, and you try to pretend like you made the handkerchief disappear. But my mother was great at it. She said, oh, I don't know how you did it, where did it go? It gave me that confidence as a little kid. And from there, I just practiced all the little tricks that were in that little box. So much so when I got done with that, I wanted to learn more and more. I always had this drive to be better and to learn more. So that's what I did. And I practiced more magic, but I never really showed anybody. I was kind of shy about it until I was about 13 years old. David Blaine, if you heard of him, came out with his first magic special, that street magic special. Everybody's running all over the place, freaking out, and it made magic cool again. I did a lot of those things. I was like, oh, I could do some of those things he did on TV. So then I started showing people in high school and getting into it. But I always heard something from teachers, from other people in the back saying, Oh, that's great, but now that we're going, through high school into college, you can't do magic as a career. You got to come up with something. Like, what do you want to do? You can't do magic. I never thought I would do it. My dream was to become a professional basketball player. That's what I wanted to do. But I always loved magic, always a hobby. But going into college, I figured, well, if I could get into something else, maybe that would help me in the next step, the next phase, right? The workforce, wherever I go from there. I got into mentalism. That's where the mentalism comes from. Mentalism is influencing, reading people, understanding, and communication skills. And those are skills that we could all use. I figured if I could influence a teacher to give me a better grade, that would help. If I could influence a girl to go out with me in college, that could help me. If I could influence someone to hire me in a job interview, wow, what can that do for me? So I figured that's what I want, the influence, the persuasion, the communication skills. So that's what I studied, and I dove into it head first. After college, I was working for a company, you may have heard of this one too, called Verizon Wireless. Okay, I was selling cell phones at the time. Now, if you were to come into one of my stores at Verizon, I lived in Bayside, Queens, in New York. That's where I grew up. I was working at the Verizon store. You come in and you want to get a new phone. What do? You give me your phone number. I type it in the computer. All your information comes up. What phone you have, your plan. I could change everything up for you, whatever you need. You could buy text messaging for like 25 cents a text, which is ridiculous. But that's what it was. For those who don't remember, that's crazy. So if you came into my store, I put in information comes up. Now in 2008, some people may have not remembered their phone number, right? Some people didn't. They come in and, they give me their name and maybe the town or city they live in. I can put that in the computer. There'll be a handful maybe of you that come up, unless you have a really uncommon name. I could find your info. You could use this also to find other people's info. Say a celebrity. Say I wanted to type in Oprah Winfrey, Chicago, or Derek Jeter in New York at the time, right? I could type it in and you could find out people's information. You're not supposed to do this, by the way. But I can't say nobody did it, right? It happens. Now in 2008, something happened. A gentleman by the name of Barack Obama, he won the election, became the first black president. He became the president of the United States back in 2008. You give it up? Sure. I won't get into political views of anything. But I will say, I'll tell you what happened. So he won the election, and one of the gentlemen in our store typed in the computer, Barack Obama, Chicago. Guess how many names popped up? Just one. It's really not a common name, by the way. Yeah. Very, very uncommon. Yeah. It's not like Steve Smith or something like that. Like only one came up. So this gentleman in our store decides, he's like, I'm gonna call him and I wanna congratulate him. I'm like, dude, that's like a terrible idea. I don't think you should do that. He's like, nah, man, I gotta call him. I wanna tell him how I feel. I was like, dude, you can tell me how you feel. I don't think you should be calling this number, man. If they find anything out, like, I don't know what happens. I don't know. He's like, I gotta do it. So he picks up the store phone, by the way. Yeah. Puts it on speaker, dials the number. It rings once. It rings again. I'm like, there's no way Obama's picking this phone up. Rings the third time. And eventually it went to voicemail. And at the time it said, you've reached Senator Barack Obama. If this is an emergency, you could reach me on my BlackBerry at such and such number, and gave the number. This kid writes it down real quick. Yeah, BlackBerry, this was 2008. I think iPhone just came out, but it was mostly BlackBerries. So this guy jots down the number. So Obama, just to recap, has a bat phone, a phone number that we don't even have in our system. That's an emergency line. And this kid decides, this is an emergency. He's like, there's an emergency, I gotta call him, I gotta let him know. I was like, dude, this is terrible, terrible idea. Picks up the store phone, puts it on speaker, dials the number, rings once. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I don't even know what to say, don't think he's even gonna answer. Rings again. Hello? I can't do the Obama voice, I'm sorry. Hello? He's like, yo, congratulations, bro, I knew you could do it. More power to you. If you need anything, I got your back. Something like that. Obama's like, who is this? He's like, yo, I got you, hit me up. If you need anything, holla at me. Whatever you got. Click, hangs up on the kid. You would think that's the end of it. The next day, Secret Service shows up to our store. Yeah, true story. You can look this up. You can type in, Google it. I mean, a breach security, Bayside, Verizon, Obama, they'll figure it. You'll see the articles. So Secret Service comes into our store. They told us, first of all, they shut us down for the entire day, locked the doors, told us to pull our cars around the back of the store. Went through login codes. You have login codes that keep track of your sales. So if you looked up the number, it keeps track of all the numbers you looked up. If you looked up that number, you were terminated, fired. Yeah, they looked at the schedule, surveillance footage, if they were seen looking at it, terminated. Apparently, the back of my head looks similar to the back of other people's heads, so they didn't know if it was me. So what they did is actually went through our cars, make sure there's nothing dangerous that we had with us, and eventually hooked us all up to polygraph tests. And they said, asked us weird questions about our families, all different things to get a feel for you. And I knew I was gonna go up, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to go to this polygraph. Like, I saw it, I didn't do anything. What do I do? Like, I'm gonna lose my job, I'll be terminated just for seeing it. Just because I was around that kid that day. Happened to be working. My luck. So, I'm about to go in, and any Seinfeld fans here? Seinfeld? Okay, cool. The words of George Costanza going through my head. It's not a lie if you believe it. Okay? Words of George Costanza. You just gotta believe. You gotta believe it. So I figured, okay, well, I know mentalism. I studied this a little bit. I don't want to lose my job. Those remember history lesson 2008? Recession also at the same time. Losing jobs, got out of college, bills, I gotta keep my job. So I go in and I figured, okay, I know what they're looking for. Let me lie through the test. Ask me all these questions. Lie through the entire test. And I passed. I fooled the Secret Service lie detector. And I kept my job. And then about a couple months later, I was like, why am I still working here if I just passed a lie detector test? Maybe I should try to do something or grow or do something else. Even though people told me I could never do it, I'm surrounded by the wrong people. I need people that believe. So what I did is YouTube was fairly new at the time. If you remember, it came out in 06. I'm talking now, this is 08. Early YouTube, there were no influencers making millions of dollars. It was people posting cat videos and just weird stuff up there. Okay, if you guys remember that world. So I figured, let me make videos. Let me send it out to anybody I can. And that's what I did. I probably sent it out to countless amount of people. And I got one call back. One person that believed. Sometimes that's all you need. It's just that one person. And that was a call back from the Orlando Magic, the basketball team down in Florida. And for those of you who don't know, I didn't know at the time, they have a team of magicians at the Magic games. And it makes sense. They brought me in for an interview, and they really liked the stuff that I did, and they brought me on for the 2009 season. The following season, there were about 10 of us, and we performed at all the games in our Orlando, home games. We performed corporate suites, halftime shows, and that year was one of the best years for the Magic. They actually went to the NBA Finals, and they lost to the Lakers with Kobe Bryant in 5 games. But I was at all those games. Like Tiger Woods was sitting courtside. I saw Rihanna with Chris Brown at the time. He's dating me. But I saw all these people. All I did was try to make connections, try to network, try to see how I can help others. Because if you're always looking to help, how can they not help you in return? And from there, I met cruise directors out of Florida. I started working on cruise ships, traveling the world, and eventually became my dream of performing, things that everyone said I could never do. But if you surround yourself with the right team and you bring those people into your community, into your circle, you'll never know the things that can happen. It's really amazing. Now, what I want everybody to do is I'm gonna put this slide up here that is a yellow dot. What I want everybody to do is take your thumb and your forefinger, and I want you to make a little OK symbol, like that. And what I want you to do is I want you to close one eye, and I want you to, with the eye that's open, line up the circle, the OK symbol, right in the middle of the dot. So the dot's right in the middle of your OK symbol. Close one eye, line it up. Cool. Now I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna change the slide. I'm not gonna do anything at all. All I want you to do is close the eye that's open and open the eye that's closed. Is it still in the center? No. Some of you are like, this is amazing. I've never seen this before. You're just changing your eyes. It's cool. It's all right. You can do it. You can do it. All you want. Get it in. Now why? What changed? What changed, guys? Perspective. Right, I heard it. Perspective. Now, When you surround yourself with the right people, when you surround yourself with that right team, those people that believe in you and that you believe in them, many amazing things can happen. But the important thing, nothing will happen if you don't collaborate. Gather their perspectives, listen to one another, work together as a team. And if you do it, wonderful, wonderful things can happen. Because we're always in a room, and this works in every group, and I know it's here today, where you have different generations. People that have been here for years, maybe even set to retire, and some new people that are coming in. Right? People from all over the state, different viewpoints, different ideas, different industries. But when you come together, that is how you innovate. That's what leads to innovation. When you collaborate with people that you never thought you'd collaborate with before. And that is how we innovate. Now I do want to grab some people. Is there anyone who does want to participate or help with something? Perfect, you do. Anybody else? Awesome, don't come up at once, that's great, yeah. I will use you for something. Perfect. No, you can stay where you are, but I'll use you for something in a second. I'm gonna come down here. Just have your name, what is your name? Jalissa, what I want you to do is I'm going to hand you a paper and a marker. What I want you to do for us is I want you to draw a picture for us. You might have seen that picture of the house that was up there before. Don't let that influence you. Block it out. It wasn't there. You never saw it. But what I want you to do is I want you to draw a picture for us. The only rules for this game is that it's something a child would draw. Maybe a house. Maybe not. But something that if we saw it, and you can take your time, think about it for a bit. Something if we saw it, we would all instantly, immediately know what it is. Okay? And just one thing, not like a whole scene of like you on a boat with a cocktail and a plane going by and a bunch of stuff. Just one singular thing. When you're happy, I'll use you here in a second. Does anybody else want to participate with something? Perfect. This one is a good one. I'm going to grab someone from the audience. Can you, yes, can you please join us up here on stage? This was the good one. Give her a nice round of applause. You keep it going, it gets awkward if you stop, you know. Perfect. And you are, don't tell me. Oh wow, this is Deshauna. Oh.
It's simpler.
Deshauna, it's simpler than it looks. Deshauna, a pleasure to meet you. My name is Michael.
Hello, Mike.
So you have a microphone.
I do.
Now Deshauna, this is the best one because you get to win some money, hopefully.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So you raise your hand for the good one. I'm going to ask you a couple things. You get to choose one of these 3 envelopes. Okay, Deshauna? Whichever one you choose, you get to keep what's inside. So any of these envelopes, 100% you get to keep what's inside any of these. Hopefully you win $5. That's what I'll say, okay?
This happened to me when I was a little girl. This is crazy. I was walking down the street and this guy did the same thing.
Really?
And it was like $100. Yeah. Seriously.
Well, I got $5.
It's all right, I'll take it.
Sorry.
He was having a good day, I guess.
There's inflation right now. Gas prices are tough. Like, hey, you know. A lot of stuff going on in the world. All right. Deshauna, you can choose the one that says mine. Okay? That's typically mine. Deshauna, you could choose the one that says yours. Most likely people would say that's theirs, right? That would be yours. Or Deshauna, you could choose one with a question mark that nobody ever chooses. I don't know why nobody ever chooses it. I don't know if you probably won't choose it either. I'll just leave it right there. If you want it, you can, but up to you. So Deshauna, you could choose the one that says mine. You can choose yours. Or you can choose the question mark that nobody ever chooses. Completely your free choice. But Deshauna, we're talking about perspective, right? So it's all how you look at things. From my perspective, mine is mine and yours would be yours. However, from your perspective, mine would be yours and yours would be mine. It's all about perspective and how you see things. Or you could always choose that question mark that nobody chooses. Completely your choice. Deshauna, what would be your choice?
All right, so my choice is actually for you to hold all 3 of them, flip them over, and then let me choose a random one.
Okay. That's fair.
They look like they're blank on the opposite side, so that should work, right?
How's that?
They look like they're blank on the opposite side?
Yeah, they are.
Okay, perfect. So I'll
You
turn
want to
around.
choose a random one?
Yeah, you pick it up and then I'll just pull one.
Okay,
right.
perfect. I've never had this done before. Okay, I will lay, how about I just hold them like this so everybody can see them? You can turn around.
Okay.
Your right, middle, or your left?
Yeah. I feel like you're trying to influence me. I know you did.
I would never do it. Right, middle, or left. I would never influence you. It's not something I would do.
All right.
Just touch one of them.
Of course I will. I'm gonna choose this one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. And that was a free choice. Do you want to change your mind?
No, I do not.
Let's see what it is. It's mine.
All right.
Or it could be yours, depending on how you see it.
We're gonna find out.
Now, we'll hold on to this one. Now, by a show of hands here, before we did anything, when I gave my little speech, who would have chose mine? Just out of curiosity, would have been influenced to choose it. A few of you. Okay. Who would have chose yours? Okay. And who would have chose the question mark that nobody ever chooses? Yeah. Okay. A lot of people will choose it. So, we'll go back to the drawing board. You could stick with mine. Or does that audience perspective change your mind?
It definitely gives me a perspective.
Yeah,
Because initially I was thinking the question mark, but then I thought that would be too easy. So that's why I wanted to shake it up a little bit. So I'm going to go with my main choice.
You're gonna go with it. Was the question mark the one you thought of before we did this whole
It
thing?
was.
So you were thinking question mark?
I was thinking question mark.
And most people were, but you want to switch it to mine randomly.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Last final answer?
Final answer.
Perfect. I'm gonna open it up. Can you reach in and show everybody what you got?
All right.
$5.
$5. I got a gallon of gas, you guys.
That's, maybe 1 gallon of gas.
1 gallon.
1 gallon. Or if, do you have kids?
I don't.
Oh, I have kids. You go to Five Below. It's like,
Nothing nice $5.
yeah, I know. It used to, you know what it used to work? The Dollar Tree used to work. Now nothing in the Dollar Tree is $1. It's $1.20 and then it's even up from there. So that's how they get you. But you help yourself to, I don't even know, a cup of coffee. Inflation, I really should start upping it. The $100 though, that's a little too much, a little too rich for my blood, but I do appreciate the person that you met as a child. So thank you so much, Deshauna. Give it up for Deshauna. Perfect. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking. What if there's $5 in every envelope? Yeah, that would be really clever. I should do that. Then you win $5, right? Everybody's a winner. I will open the other envelopes if you guys want. Would you like to see what's inside the other ones? Yeah, okay. I'll put the question mark there. That was the last one. Now, yours. How many people would have said yours? A few of you. Okay, perfect. If you did take the yours, that was the $100. Deshauna, I'm so sorry right now. I'm so sorry to do this to you, but you're still $5 richer than everybody here, so it doesn't matter. Well, you want to? Hey, everybody, she was the one quick to come up and help out, right? That's how it works. And who would have chose the question mark? And that was also the first choice, your perspective, the one that your instinct was going to go with. If you did go with that one, that was the $200 actually. I'm so sorry, Deshauna. But sometimes, you got to gather perspective, listen to others' opinions, right? Because we all have something. You ever have a problem and you're working on it and you say that this is how it is and it has to be that way until you realize it wasn't? Until somebody else showed you, oh, look at it this way. If you do this, it makes it so much easier. Everything becomes so clear. That's the way perspective works. Now, I'm going to show you a slide. And you guys can shout out, what do you see on the slides here? You can shout out. A face, I heard. Purse, a face. Okay, now if you were to just shift it, just a little turn, what does everybody see now? Liar. Now if we go back, everybody sees face, who maybe didn't see it before? And everybody sees liar when you just shift it? That's the power of perspective. Because sometimes all you need is that little shift. The little shift in perspective. And everything becomes so clear. That's all you need is that little turn, a different viewpoint, a different way to look at the world. And when you collaborate, you work with those top 5 people or whoever's in your group, that team, and you collaborate, you can make magic happen. Just shift your perspective. Now, when I was growing up, I was all self-taught. As I said, I got a magic kit, and I had books, and I read. I didn't go to what some of my friends went to, magic camp, or Hogwarts. People ask me that. I've never been. I've heard great things, but I've never been there. But I was all self-taught, and I didn't have those influences in my life. So what I did is I read a lot of books. Some were novels, and some were magic books, and I mixed them together and came up with my own ideas. And there was one person who I thought was amazing. You might have heard of this person. I thought it was amazing how I could look at people and uncover what they're thinking. And that person is Sherlock Holmes. How he could see a crime scene and figure everything out just by what's there. His perspective and his perception. However, there was another gentleman who I thought was far superior. I used to watch this show all the time with my grandfather. We'd sit on the couch, religiously watch it, and this guy's name was Columbo. If you don't know who Columbo is, oh, you're in for a treat. He's a disheveled detective from the 1970s, always had a cigar in one hand. And he'd walk into a crime scene, he'd see the suspect, and he'd ask him all these questions. But during that time, it's the power of the questions that you ask. Not only what they're saying, but what people aren't saying. And they wouldn't give anything away. The suspect had a shield up, blocking everything from Columbo. Wouldn't give it away. So then Columbo, okay, he'd start walking away. Nice to meet you. And he'd come back with his finger in the air. And he'd say the words, just one more thing. Just one more thing. So clever. So good. I thought that was so powerful. And the reason is, just one more thing. Now, when he's asking all those questions, the guard's up, blocking Columbo from everything, not going to give anything away. He's all stiff, won't say anything. Columbo leaves the room. His guard drops. He's a little more relaxed, right? Once he drops that guard, he's relaxed. He's like, I got through it. Try to trick Columbo. He's leaving. He comes back with that killer question, just one more thing. Throws him off guard. He doesn't expect it. He could ask that question to get the information he needed to solve the case. Just one more thing. Now, I had somebody draw a picture. Did you have that picture? Can you come up here? Give her a nice round of applause. Keep it to yourself. I don't want to see it. Did you show anybody this?
No.
Oh, I'll take this so you don't get ink on anybody here.
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. You didn't show it to anybody yet, right?
No.
Okay, hold it to yourself. I don't want to see it.
Okay.
And your name was?
Jalissa.
Jalissa?
Yeah.
Jalissa, nice to meet you. Now, Jalissa, I'm going to see if I can figure out what you drew
Okay.
by asking you 2 questions. Now, answer honestly for these questions. And everybody in the audience, everybody at home, you guys can play along and see if we can figure out what Jalissa drew. Now, the first question I'm going to ask you, Jalissa, is this thing that you drew, we'll say, is it a living thing or a non-living thing? Now, before you answer this, if you drew the Earth, like planet Earth, I don't know if you did, we'll say that's Mother Earth, that's considered a living thing, things living, growing on it. I had somebody draw a rainbow before, and they swore that that was alive. I don't know what that person was on. I would love whatever it is, but it's not. I'm not saying you're that person, but just saying. But if you drew, say, a cartoon character like Mickey Mouse, a dinosaur, even though dinosaurs aren't alive, now we'll say they were living things, animated things too. So to the best of your ability, is this thing a living thing or a non-living thing?
It is a living thing.
A living thing, perfect. So we still don't know what it is, but we know it's not. It's not that house that I had up there before. That didn't work. So it's not a house or a boat. I said sailboat as well, or a bicycle or a car, a baseball, things like that. Second question I'm going to ask you, Jalissa, is this thing bigger or smaller than, let's say, a piano?
Smaller.
Smaller than a piano. Okay. So it's not an elephant, giraffe, that type of thing. Think what it could be. Jalissa, can you close your eyes for me for a second?
Yeah.
Perfect. Jalissa, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine you're walking into a classroom.
Okay.
You walk into a classroom, you're the only person there. You make your way all the way up to the front of the room. You look up.
Front where the board is? Or
That's exactly where we're going. Yeah. You got it. We're walking all the way up to the front of the room. You look up and you see a board in front of you. You're already there. Do you see a whiteboard, a chalkboard? What would you see?
chalkboard.
Chalkboard, perfect. Is it black or green?
It's black.
Blackboard, perfect. Now the next step is really important. It's only going to happen in your mind, so don't move your hands or do anything at all. When I say go, and only when I say go, I want you to imagine you pick up a piece of that chalk, you draw this thing the exact same way that you did, and when you're finished, you can open your eyes and look at me.
Okay.
So ready, go. Perfect, okay. It took you roughly 5 seconds. What that tells me, maybe there's more curvy lines, connecting lines. It's all what they say and what you don't say. Okay. Just one more thing.
Yeah.
Have you drawn this before?
Maybe. I don't know. Like
Okay.
99%, yeah.
But there's 1% that you've never drawn this thing?
That I've never drawn. I mean, like this particular, yeah, no, I've drawn it before, I imagine. There's no way I haven't.
There's no way you haven't, so you did draw this thing.
Well, there's a way that I haven't, but.
Okay. I'm gonna write, all right, here, what I think it is. You guys could think what you think it is. I'm gonna write on the bottom what I think it is.
Okay.
Just in case you don't, my artwork isn't that great. That's why I said draw something a child would draw, because I'm pretty much a child.
I was like, that's my artistic skills.
Perfect. Can you could tell us, show and tell.
Okay.
What is it that you drew?
I drew a cat.
Oh, okay. And you've drawn that before?
I don't know.
Probably.
I like dogs better, so it's possible. I've never drawn a cat, so.
Okay. Was the cat the first thing you thought of, or did you think of something else?
I thought of something else.
What was that?
So it's like oh no. It's a face that you can draw using Japanese characters, but then I was like, that's really mean, so I won't draw that.
Something
A Japanese child. He
A Japanese
didn't specify.
And you ended up with cat.
What?
You ended up with cat.
I ended up with a cat, yes.
I also drew a cat, a little bit different than yours, but I'm glad that's what you settled on. So you probably couldn't draw what you were originally thinking.
This is crazy.
Thank you so much. I'll take that. Oh, pleasure. Thank you so much. Give Jules a nice round of applause. Japanese anime. I've never gotten that one. Okay. Now, when I was 6 years old, I told you I got a magic kit. Changed my life. Changed my life forever. However, there was another moment at the same age, at 6, that I could pinpoint everything that happened in my life back to because that thing happened. It changed the trajectory of my life forever. Also happened when I was 6. My mother took me to the local fair, the local carnival. Kind of like what I was talking about with those jelly beans. You have to count how many are in there. And as you're going through that carnival, first time I was ever at one, you're walking through it, there's cotton candy and popcorn, and they have carnival games. And you play the game and you win a prize. As we go through, there was one that stood out to me, this prize that I wanted so bad. I didn't know why, but for some reason I wanted it. And that thing was Mighty Mouse. If you don't know who Mighty Mouse is, he's a little mouse, kind of like Superman, but in mouse form. right? His tagline was, "Here I come to save the day." He had super strength and speed. He could fly. He was Mighty Mouse. I was a kid. I was like, I just saw it, and I was like, oh, I want that thing so bad. And the object of the game was you pay $1, and you had to take a bouncy rubber ball and throw it into a laundry basket. If you get it in the basket, you win the Mighty Mouse. That's simple enough, right? $1 a shot. So as a 6-year-old, I asked my mom for $1. She gave me the $1. I got one shot, took a couple bounces, took my shot, completely missed the laundry basket. So at that point, what does a 6-year-old do? Ask his mom for another $1. I heard it. Yep, this is exactly what I did. My kids would do the same. Got another shot, took a couple bounces. I threw it again. Oh, right off the rim. I'm getting close though. But I still missed. So what did I do? Ask your mom for another $1. Right. So, mom gave me another $1, took a couple bounces, took my shot, got it right in the laundry basket. And it bounced right out of the laundry basket. I was like, I got it in. He's like, no, it has to stay in there. Now at 6, I didn't know these games are rigged. So at the time, I asked my mom for another $1. She said, no, Mikey, that's what she called me, and no, we're gonna leave her. There's plenty of other stuff to do. We don't wanna just do this one game, right? So she grabs my hand, we're walking away. As I walk away, I keep looking back at Mighty Mouse, right? I wanted it so bad. Now, as we walked around the whole carnival, we never went back to that game and we left. I was devastated. At 6, the next thing I did, first thing I did when I got home, I have a bouncy rubber ball, right? I'm 6, I have a bouncy rubber ball, that's great. My mom has the laundry basket, so I took her laundry and dumped it on the floor, put the basket down. I started practicing. Took a couple bounces, took a few shots. I started practicing that ball and basket game every day after school, on the weekend, all the time. My mom would pretend to put me to sleep, or actually try to put me to sleep. I'd pretend to be asleep. And I would wake up, okay, jump up, get the laundry basket, practice the ball and basket game. I did this for an entire week. By the next weekend, I was hitting that shot about 50-50, right? 5 times out of 10. So I tell my mom, I was like, oh, Mom, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been playing this ball and basket game this entire week, and I've been getting pretty good at it. And she said, yes, Mikey, I did know that. You've been playing this. I haven't had a laundry basket for the last week. It's a good point. I said, I've been hitting this thing 5 times out of 10. I want to go back there and win that Mighty Mouse. So I'm going to be outside in the car waiting for you. You let me know when you're ready, and we're going to be off to do this thing. Let's do it. You know what she said next? Yeah, I heard it. The fair's gone. The carnival's gone. There's no more fair. It moves. Like, don't you know we go to that park every weekend and there's never a fair? I was like, oh, that's a good point. Well, where is this fair? I'm talking like 80s now, 90s, and you couldn't Google it, you couldn't find this fair. I don't even know if you could do that now. It's like, I don't know, it comes back next year. Every year it comes. We could go next year when it's here. I was like, I have to wait a year? That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do to get Mighty Mouse. So the entire year, I played this ball and basket game. I took shots, stayed up all night. I'd do it on the weekends. It became my thing. I became so good that I started doing under the leg, behind the back, off the wall shots. Put it on the refrigerator, put it on the microwave, everything, just to like get better shots. I became the best ball and basket kid you've ever seen as a 6-year-old. I was amazing at ball and basket. Next year comes around, that carnival's back. I was waiting. I was waiting for it. I was ready. So that year we went back to the carnival. I made a straight line right for that ball and basket game. I stepped up, looked to the back, and there was no Mighty Mouse there. They have other stuffed animals. What is this thing? And I didn't know that as a 6-year-old that they throw random things back there. I thought Mighty Mouse ball and basket. You blow the balloon with a water gun, it's like a dinosaur. Like every game had their prize. I didn't know, it was just randomness. I was very upset. However, I still played the game. I won the prize. Didn't do it for me. So, every time we went to any fair or carnival over the next years, We had a timeshare down in Myrtle Beach in South Carolina. We would drive down from New York. We'd stop at Busch Gardens, and on the way, we'd stop all the carnivals that they have down there by the beach. Every time we went right to the ball and basket game. They always have one, but the prize was never a Mighty Mouse. I still won the prizes. You know, sometimes when you win like 5 little ones, you trade them in for the big one. Yeah, that was me. That was me on the... That was the closest thing. It wasn't Mighty Mouse, but it was a mouse. It was like an 80s mouse, if you see that. Like an 80s, 90s mouse right there. I won 5 little ones to trade in for the big one. Oh, my mom was so pissed. We had to tie that to the roof of the car and drive back from South Carolina to New York. Oh, man. I understand now that I have kids. I still have a bunch of these things sitting in my mom's attic. Now, when I was a little kid, I never saw Mighty Mouse. I still played the game, still won the prize. My side hustle, my first hustle, entrepreneurship, was hustling moms at carnivals. That's what I did. I went there, I see a little kid who wants that prize. I'm like, how bad you want? You give me $5, you know, like my $5, I got you. I'll win it for you, you know. So I won the game, I got my $5. I would go to carnivals and walk out with like $20 in my pocket, just winning prizes for other little kids. So much so that the carnival had to say, no, you're cut off, you can't win anymore. We're banning you, you're stopped. So that would keep happening to me everywhere I went. Until one day, I was about 13 at the time, or no, about 10 years old at the time, sorry. About 10, and I was in my mom's school. My mom was a teacher in the New York City school system, and I was in the gymnasium waiting for her to get out of school. And as I'm waiting there, I see these guys playing a game in the gym where they took a ball and they threw it into a basket. And I said, what game are you guys playing? They said, it's called basketball. I was like, no, hold on. I know basketball, laundry basket, that's my game. I know it. I'm the best. He's like, no, it's basketball. And I was like, well, what if this is the ball and basket game that could get me my Mighty Mouse? I might need to master this thing. So instead of playing the other one, I would get a ball. I'm in New York City, you go to the park, and you play basketball every day after school. That's what I did. I got pretty good. And going into high school, I played high school basketball. My senior year, I won MVP of the division that we played in, the Brooklyn Queens division in high school. Ended up getting a college scholarship to play college basketball. I never thought this would happen, but it all stems from missing this shot as a 6-year-old that just built something, that drive. Now, my second year at college, I was playing college basketball in New York. I made a wrong move, or at the time, tore my Achilles in my left leg. Non-contact injury, and it is devastating. I lost my scholarship. I didn't know I was going to pay for school. Eventually ended up Verizon. And it was probably the lowest point in my entire life. I didn't know what to do next, where I was going to go, what I was going to do. And I was dating a girl at the time, and she gave me a gift, and she wanted to cheer me up. I brought it here today. She's giving me this box. It wasn't Amazon at the time. She's giving me this box. I said, no, I don't even want it. She's like, no, I know how upset you've been, and I've been in bed and like couldn't walk. She's like, no, it'll make you feel better. Just take this thing. I know it'll cheer you up. I was like, fine. I open it up. I pull it out, and it was this. I know what some of you are saying. Aww. Especially the women, I get it. I was so pissed. I was so angry. I mean, now I could see her perspective. I get it. But at the time, I couldn't see it. I was so angry. Why was I angry, you ask? She got it on eBay. I could have got it on eBay. If I wanted it, you know, but it's not about if everything was handed to you on a silver platter and everybody just gave you everything you ever wanted. It wouldn't mean much. It wouldn't mean much at all. It's what you work for, what you earn, what you did that makes you feel that you accomplished your goals, your dreams, whatever that thing is, that you work for it. Now, the scariest thing to me to this day To this day, if I was that 6-year-old, if I stood up to that line, took a couple bounces, I took that shot, scariest thing is if I hit it. If I hit that shot, what would have happened? I would have won the Mighty Mouse. I would have been so happy. The 6-year-old, I would have played with this thing for a week and then threw it in the corner. Never seen it again. I know, I have kids too, like, it happens. But the fact that I missed that shot, the fact that you can fail at something, and you can get back up, and you could work hard, and you could achieve that thing that you wanted. I may have never got the Mighty Mouse, and eventually I knew I was a realist, right? As you're doing it, I was chasing a ghost. I was never gonna get it. But it built the foundation I needed, that work ethic, to try, and get back up and try, and put one foot in front of the other, and accomplish things. Heck, I ended up making my basketball team. I got a college scholarship all because I missed a shot when I was 6 years old. It changed my life. But it's all about perspective and how you see it. In the moment, you may not see it. When you fail at something, it doesn't work in your favor. But when you work harder than anybody ever can, that is how you change things. That's how you make magic. Now, there's a great quote by Penn and Teller. If you're familiar with the magicians Penn and Teller, the shorter one, Teller, who doesn't talk, he said this quote, so he talks sometimes, I guess, not on the show. He said, magic is just someone spending more time on something than anyone would reasonably expect. And that's all it is. It makes magic. And I ask you, where can you spend more time on something? That could be with your kids or your family, with your colleagues, with your work, with anything. Where can you spend more time on something that no one would expect to make that thing magic? Thank you, guys. I want to end with one last thing. Now, anyone here can help out and participate. We're going to do something similar like we did before with numbers. So, I'm going to take out my phone. If anybody wants just help out, you can take out a calculator. Help out with this. We're going to do something. I'm going to take this paper ball. Actually, you know what? Does anybody want to give us a number? Anyone raise hands if you want to do something? We can do it. Okay, cool. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll do a few of you guys. I'm actually going to come down to you. Where are you? Right here? You want to give us something? Cool. Give us a 2-digit number. Any 2-digit number you would like. What would you like? What is it? 22. Everybody in your calculator, just type in 22. I'm going to come to you. What is your name? Cecilia. Over here I have a book of celebrity misfires. It's dumb things celebrities have said. You may think celebrities have never said anything dumb. You would be wrong. Very wrong. Now I'm going to flip through this. You could see a few of these people just so you see you have a Jay-Z, Mariah Carey, Sylvester Stallone, Tiger Woods, Heidi Klum. We're going to go, you said 22, was it? Okay, we're going to go to, let's go to 22. Cool, right there, it's 22. Just remember the person, okay? Okay, everybody else doesn't know it, but you know that person. That's 22, right? Cool. Do you know that celebrity? Perfect. Now, a few other people said they wanted to give us some numbers, so everybody's going to take 22, and we're going to add. Everybody hit plus. Who else wanted to give us a number? Perfect. Can you give us a 4-digit number? Now, this could be the last 4 of your social. This could be your PIN code. Whatever you want to share with us is completely fine. So we're going to take 22 and add your 4-digit number. What number would you like?
1227.
1227? Cool. Everybody take 22 plus 1227. I'm going to hit equals. We're at 1249. Actually, you know what? Let's do this a little bit different. Let's get a bigger number. So I'm going to go clear that. We're going to go 22. Let's multiply it. We're going to go times 1227, right? Times 1227. Let's get a big number. 26,994. Perfect. Who else wanted to give us a number? Can you give us a 6-digit number? Now this time we'll add it. We'll say plus. We'll get a bigger number, 6-digit number. What would you like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I couldn't think of a better number. That's perfect. So we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to hit equals again. Now we're at 150,450. Everybody's there? All right, I want to get this a little bit bigger. I'm going to hit add. I'm going to come out to you guys. Can you hold your finger like this for me? And just turn it around this way. I'm going to hold it here. Can you hit, let's say, 9 numbers for me? Random.
9?
Yeah.
I can't look.
No, we're going to do random.
Okay.
Was that 9? Wow, you did good. That was 9. So we're going to add that. If you can't see it, you can vouch for them. We got 5, and we're going to add 508-110-790. So we're adding 508-110-790. I'm going to hit equals. We're at 508-261-240. Everybody there? You're checking my work? Perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm going to write this down. That's a big one. So we got 508,261,240. So that's going to be the budget for the next conference we're at. We're all going to Hawaii. We're not doing this in Illinois anymore. We're going. It's going to be an amazing, amazing time. No, but in all seriousness, guys, all the numbers you gave us, right? Your PIN code, now that we know it, all the numbers that you thought were random aren't random. All the decisions you make in life that you think are random are not random at all. We're all in this room together for a reason, because we had people that believed in us, and we believed in others, and we collaborated, and we came together. And we're in our positions because of other people, and the sharing that we do for one another, the helping. And this moment is never going to happen again. We're here for a reason. And today is 5/8/2026. And if you look at your watches right now, it's exactly 12:40 p.m. Thank you guys so much. My name is Michael Karl. It's been a pleasure. Thank you guys. Just one more thing. Just one more thing. I had someone thought of a number and they had a celebrity in mind. Can that person please join us up here with that person that you had? And what I ask you guys to do is if you can scan this QR code, don't do anything yet, just scan that QR code. It's going to bring you to something. I want you guys to see it. It's all about perspective. I want you to see something that you don't see, but there's a reason for it. It's all going to come together. It's all in how you look at it. Now, after you scan this, it should bring you to a page that has the Illinois Workforce on it. Is that correct? Cool, cool, cool. And I'm going to give you this microphone. Oh, you're going to sing? No. Oh, perfect. Now you have that person in mind. I want you to think of this person, but don't say it yet. Okay? Get it in your mind, and everybody here is going to read your mind. Okay? You're going to get this. Hold on to where you're at. Hold your phone up if you have it where we're at. Perfect. Your phones might start bugging out. It's all good. It's all good. I want you to think of your person, focus on your person. Now into the microphone, can you tell everybody the celebrity that you're thinking of?
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, what do you guys have? Look at your phones. Tom Hanks, perfect. Now your phones might bug out again. It's going to go to a little quick survey. It's like 6 questions. I would love your perspective. I would love your feedback. I'm going to share it with the committee of what you like, what you didn't like, anything. If you enjoyed what you had today, please take a minute or two just to fill it out. I'm going to share it with everybody. My name is Michael Karl. Thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure. Thank you guys for helping.
Let's give another big hand to Michael Karl, please. right. So I think there's a weekend after this, right? It is Friday, and no one can take that away from us, right? We're firm in that resolve. Show of hands one more time. Whose first summit is this? Outstanding. So many of you made it all the way to the end. Thank you so much. I hope that you've enjoyed your first. Yes, give them a big round of applause. I hope that you've enjoyed it, and I hope you'll come back and make it better next year. This is an event that I firmly believe in. I want to thank my partners at ICCB, IDES, DCEO, my own colleagues at IDHS, DRS, for helping put this on. I want to thank Deputy Director from DCEO, OET, Julio Rodriguez, who helps kind of captain the ship that puts this together. So thank you, Julio, for allowing us to do this. I want to thank our friends at ISU, ICSPS, who are the ones, the people behind the scenes that make it all work, not only today, but for a whole year that goes into planning this. I want to thank our local LWIAs for sending so many wonderful representatives. I want to thank our business partners, our community providers, all of you, wherever you came from, please take something from here back with you. And I hope that it makes your day-to-day better. And please come back next year and help us make this better. A couple last thank yous. For those that are my denim friends, thank you for keeping Friday casual. Much appreciated. Glad to see some solidarity out there. Also, I do believe that Sunday is a holiday. So how many mothers do we have in the room? All right, let's give them a hand. All right. Happy Mother's Day to you. And how many people have mothers? All right. Big round of applause for people who have mothers. Okay. Go celebrate with your mom, please. Finally, most importantly, please travel safely. Be safe. I think there's some weather if you're heading south. Not too bad, but still just enough to be careful of. Dr. Julian, have I forgotten anything? All right. Thank you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you next year.